It was really fun watching both of you guys last night. I was up sort of a high on the side, and I got a perspective I never get, and particularly with two drummers, because two drummers is relatively unusual in rock bands. There's something going on between you in every show. How would you describe what that is?
It is a hard one. It's a loaded question, but it has to do with different people. And he doesn't play like me. I don't play like him.
Yeah.
But we love each other's technique, and it goes together really well.
Yeah.
And then we just really like each other a lot. It's just like it's a kind of a chemical thing. You know what I mean? It's something hard to describe.
Sure.
So part of being really tight is we watch each other.
Yeah.
Mickey will have his eyes on me, and we'll make sure we can see each other's drums really well, so we get good eyesight.
Yeah.
Because it's really critical to be hitting right on the money, playing right together. Like in the backbeat, we have to hit that really good. Mickey will play it on a different drum, so it'll sound different.
Yeah. Which was really unusual then. I mean,
there wasn't hardly any bands doing it.
Yeah.
We did a lot of different things that we changed drum sets. We first start out with maybe one rack tom or two rack toms.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon we're putting up drums everywhere. They just grew, dead babies. And,
What was it that you liked in the sound?
The sound of the different drums?
No, having two drummers, and what was you like?
Oh, it was the mass of it, the absolute power, and two people are tracking each other or playing polyrhythms. Yeah. That was the most important thing. We could split the band in half. Half would go with Bill, half would go with me. And then we had all this going, and then we would wind up somehow magically together at the end, and it became,
that was the goal, to end at the same moment.
A musical epiphany.
How about the 11?
Yeah, all these odd times we were playing that would not
11 bars of something and so many bars of another, and you have to really hold your stuff right to have it work out properly.
Right.
So you come out together at the end after that many. It's long.
You guys have been playing this music for 50 years, and now you're in sort of another formation of, the same catalog, slightly different group of guys. What changes in this circumstance?
Well, it's a language. We have a conversation. It started years ago, and so the conversation is constantly evolving. Mm-hmm. And it's like a secret language kind of thing. You can't talk about it, but we are communicating musically at very rapid rates, and ideas are coming out in the music. So we like the conversation, obviously, because we've lasted this long without it getting too boring for too long. Mm-hmm. We've had to change it up to make it interesting, but that's the way I see it. It's a very long conversation.
Mm-hmm. And also about the new people, it brings in different energy.
Yeah.
Like John has learned the songs amazingly, and he performs them super. I can't believe how well he's playing them. Yeah. And he spent hours doing that, but he still puts John on them. Yeah. He doesn't put Jerry on him. He puts himself into that feeling, and it's really working. So that's the new energy that I like that comes from him.
Right.
Or comes when you have new players on.
You guys seem to be as much in the conversation as you've ever been, which is pretty remarkable. Obviously any band, if they're lucky, comes in and out of the conversation. But, between the Fare Thee Well concerts and the new tribute album that the National spearheaded and this, do you think about the legacy of this music?
I do. I really do. And I think about it this way. I think that I want to perform it now in a way that's held at a very high standard. Mm-hmm. It's held at a really high regard, that we perform the music not only at a new level, just a really high level, that we play it really well. That's what's important. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of bands that play Grateful Dead music, but if you don't have me and him in the band, you're going to have a little trouble.
No, we propel it with the engine.
Yeah.
In the engine room, and we pump the blood through the veins of the Grateful Dead.
We're like this giant drummer. Basically, 4 legs, 4 arms, 50 heads.